Generally calm people. What made you lose it? 3 weeks ago, I'm at my nephew's Little League game, just enjoying watching 8-year-olds play baseball. During halftime, I went to grab a soda from the concession stand when I noticed this well-dressed mom near the team fundraising table. The jar was clearly marked Team Equipment Fund, Help Us Buy New Gloves, with about $150 in cash and checks visible through the plastic. I watched her casually look around, then reach in and pocket what looked like 3 $20 bills. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This woman was driving a brand new BMW and wearing designer clothes, but here she was stealing from 8-year-olds. My heart was pounding. These kids had been doing car washes and bake sales for months to afford decent equipment. Half of them were playing with gloves held together by duct tape. My nephew's team had spent weekends washing cars and grocery store parking lots, kids getting soaked and laughing while their parents cheered them on. And here's this lady in her $200 sunglasses just helping herself to their hard work. I walked over, my hands literally shaking with anger, and said, "Excuse me, did you just take money from that jar?" She immediately got defensive and started this whole sob story about how her family was struggling financially and she needed gas money to get home. I'm looking at her Gucci purse, her perfectly manicured nails, her diamond tennis bracelet, and thinking, are you seriously lying to my face right now? The audacity was breathtaking, but I gave her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe appearances were deceiving. Maybe she really was going through something tough behind closed doors. Then she made a huge mistake. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Besides, my son deserves that money more than these other kids anyway. He's the best player on the team." That's when something inside me just snapped. The sheer entitlement. The casual way she dismissed these other kids like they didn't matter. I thought about my nephew practicing in our backyard every night with his beat-up glove, dreaming of making it to the championship. These weren't rich kids. Most of their parents worked 2 jobs just to afford the league fees. I grabbed the jar, my voice cracking with emotion, and walked to the center of the field. My whole body was shaking with rage and disbelief. "Hey everyone," I yelled loud enough for every parent in those bleachers to hear. "This woman in the blue Mercedes just stole $60 from your kids' equipment fund." The entire crowd went dead silent. You could have heard a pin drop. Parents started pulling out their phones, some looking confused, others getting visibly angry. Her face went completely white as she realized half the parents had been recording their kids playing and caught her theft on camera. I could see other moms whispering to each other, pointing at her. One dad stood up and shouted, "Are you kidding me right now?" Another mom yelled, "That's my kid's glove money." She tried to play innocent, but her voice was shaking. "This is all a misunderstanding. I was just making change." But her son, who couldn't have been older than 9, tugged on her shirt and whispered loud enough for everyone to hear, "Mommy, why did you take that money?" She tried to run, literally tried to sprint to the parking lot, but 3 dads blocked her path. I'll never forget the look on her face. Pure panic mixed with humiliation. The league president, who'd been coaching for 15 years, made her empty her purse right there on the pitcher's mound in front of everyone. She had taken exactly $60 in cash. Turns out she'd been doing this at multiple games across different leagues for months. Police arrested her 2 days later after other teams came forward with security footage and witness statements. Her son had to switch schools because of the embarrassment, and honestly, I felt terrible for him. The whole thing was so unnecessary. She literally drove away in a car worth more than most people's annual salary. But she couldn't resist stealing from children.